Are you a home buyer or home seller in Grimesland, North Carolina?
We love doing these videos to give you what is happening in our area and in one of the cities that we love going to all the time to help people buy and sell homes. So here's that. But before we get into all of that, I want to quickly say happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We love doing these videos for you every single month, and I just want to kind of point out it is December, so I get to see all of the fun of everything that's happening in our market. And it's so much fun. I love it. So anyway, with that, let's talk about active homes.
Exactly. We wanted to talk about the supply that we have in the market. And we start with the active homes in months of November. We had 21 homes active in the market, and the months before in October was 18. Last year at this time was still 18. Therefore,
we see more active homes.
We saw
but
more
these are smaller numbers,
homes.
so these percentages are clearly more easy to see. So 16%, right? 18 to 21. Now with pending homes, which was interesting to me as well, there was 4 pending homes, which means under contract homes. So again, it takes 30 days to close on a home. So if somebody's buying a home with a mortgage, it's going to take 30 days. Now, the month before that was...
The months before that was 7 homes in October. Last year, this time was 5 homes. Therefore, we had decrease of 20%.
But really, that's one home.
Because of one home.
Now, when we look at, we're going to get into inventory rate in 1 minute. Oh, you want to do sold? Did we do sold?
And sold, we want to talk about the 5 homes sold in months of November. And the months of October was 8 homes. Last year at this time, we sold 6 homes, which had,
again 1 home difference.
16% difference from the last year to this year.
Okay, and we're going to talk about inventory rate now if it's a buyer's and seller's market after we do our introduction. So let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our Chillin' Podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
As we call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Also, you can put a comment and tell me if you like my new haircut.
Exactly. Now, after talking about active homes, house under the contract, and the house that's sold, we wanted to talk to you about the inventory rate and what you see in the market.
And let me explain the inventory rate. Super easy math, right? So we look at all the active homes, then we add in the pending homes, and then we divide it by the recently sold homes in the last 30 days. And this tells us a general supply, how much supply we have, and then is it a seller's market or a buyer's market? It takes 6 months to be a buyer's market, just so we have that information. Now, what is that math rate? What is the inventory rate for November?
Which we are close, actually. We have 5 months of supply in months of the November, and months before that we had 3.12 months of supply, and last year at this time we had 3.83 months of the supply inventory
But before you start thinking, amazing, I'm just going to wait a bit longer, we're going to look at the data of how much of this is new construction and can you really wait with new construction as well. So we're going to look at all of that and dive more into this data. Now, for average days on the market, it has decreased a lot from the last month, just so we're clear.
Exactly.
It is still high compared to other parts of the cities, other cities in the county. However, 73 days on the market is comparably different from the previous month, which is what?
Exactly, was 118, and last
year was a completely different story too.
5 days, yes. And definitely we can see it in the average days in the market that how this inventory that we talk is going to translate to the house that's selling in the market.
Yeah.
Now, we wanted to talk about what the sellers wish for, which is the listing price, and how exactly sold in the market.
Right, and now just because we're looking at the middle number and saying what is the middle number for median list data, this is not the exact same house as median sales data. So don't think that the house that just went up, the middle house at 4 is not the same house. So it's not 123 Main Street for both homes. Exactly. It's 428,900 was the median list price for the month of November.
And in months of October was actually 441,150, and last year this time was 413,400. Therefore, we had like an increase of 3.75% from last year. But as my wife explained, this is not the same house. We're just looking at the middle number in the houses that sold in the market.
Now, median sale data was 312. Now, what was the month before that?
A month before, it was 306,500. Last year was 283,000. and $150.
Which means there has been an increase of 10% for sales data, which is a really interesting number that you will not see on the national news. Now let's talk about the new versus pre-owned, and let's be honest, in Grimesland, all new construction is single-family homes.
Single-family home.
And most homes are going to be single-family homes in the area. It's just, it is what it is.
Exactly. Therefore, the brand new single-family home or all type of homes was $175 per square feet. And
previously owned homes was $160.
$160, which is pretty much very easy to understand and grasp it.
Now, here's where I said, is it really a buyer's market or seller's market when the entire thing is driven by new construction? So with November 2023, when we look at all of the data, we see most of the homes is 3.5% of new construction.
3.5 months.
3.5 months, and then you see for previously owned was 0.3. So you see this huge disparity of all of this is being driven by new construction right now.
Because if you're looking at comparing the data in months of October, actual pre-owned home was 0.8 months, and we came all the way to 0.3 months.
Right, and then 2.7 was new construction. So you can see there's just an even more new construction in the area right as we're filming of this video. Now let's look at the mean home value, because this tells us how much appreciation has really happened. Mean home kind of looks at more of a weighted average. It's not necessarily going to be that middle number. So what we were talking about before, mean home value is going to be different. November 2023, it was $277,963. What was it before that?
And the last months before that was $279,613. Last year at this time was $263,597. Which brings us how much appreciation?
6% appreciation from last year. Now let's talk about the rental market in Grimesland.
Yes, rental market actually got warmer, and we got to the number $1,500 median again, because we have the range. And the median number was $1,500 in the market of Grimesland.
Which is a really interesting number to me, because I wanted to point out, if for home buyers, if you're considering buying a home, now's a great time. First of all, you could be in a home in a new year. What better way to start a new year than with a new home and a new life, because you're starting a new home. It's fresh. Now, you have to get pre-approved. You have to be ready to go with these homes. You can't just think, oh, it'll happen whenever it happens. You have to know, you have to take steps. You have to get pre-approved. We have to talk about what can you afford. And also you have to analyze why you're buying a home. What is your real purpose? Like for us, we were not thinking, oh, it's in our financial benefit to buy a home. We weren't those people, even though it is in our financial benefit. We were thinking we wanted to settle down, have a place to raise our kids, to where they could have a better life than us. And that was why we ultimately bought our first home. And yes,
even financially it was not making sense at the time.
Right, because it was a leap of faith. Because honestly, we were paying closer to what the median rent is here in this video, $1,500 or $1,600, and to buy our first home was $1,850 a month. And this was also new, so you're going to also buy homes with, some situations that you might have to deal with. So we understood the purpose of our buying was for our children and to have better life for them than we had for ourselves. And that was why we bought our first home. And we understood that this leap was going to be a leap we needed to take because we were on the same page with that. We wanted to give our kids more. Now, if you're a home seller in Grimesland, what do you have to know?
Exactly. As we saw that the market is driven really by brand new homes, and we said that pre-owned is the median was 160 and brand new was 175. Therefore, when you wanted to put your house in the market, you need to price it very competitively. If you go close to that 175, of course, you need to make sure that if it makes sense from the numbers to a person buy your home or buy a brand new homes in the market. That's why we need to make sure the house is decluttered, is staged well, and also priced competitively that you can get the top dollar in your pocket.
So we are happy to talk to you about all of that in Grimesland. So please don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357.
And also subscribe in our channel and make sure you leave us a comment and share with us your ideas, your opinion.
Or even if you liked how my hair is.
And thank you for seeing you in the next podcast and video.